Good evening, everyone, and welcome into the campus of Oak Hill High School here for the Oak Hill Woodrow home game for Oak Hill. We apologize for our tardiness, but it wasn't up to us. We had a little traffic situation getting in here. Apparently there's a Valentine's dance at the elementary school. Fun times with elementary school kids. I remember my first dance.
I never remember going to a dance in elementary school, though.
Well, mine was in middle school, but it was just as awkward as if it would have been elementary school. It was always going to be awkward with me. Anyway, just like this is going to be an awkward transition. These two teams played earlier in Beckley. Chris, you were at that game. What takes do you have from that game that we might apply for this one?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know if there's things that will apply. It was a really competitive game. Oak Hill got beat by 2. It was over at the Raleigh County Armory December 28th in the Christmas tournament this year. Both teams look a little different. Both teams have players that played then that are no longer on the team. And a big key is Elijah Redfern, Beckley's star, did not play that game. He was out with a broken wrist. He's back, and he completely changes the look of Beckley when he's on the court. He's a terrific player. Full disclosure, I'm a big fanboy of Elijah Redfern. I think he's a really underrated player here in the southern part of the state. Great game. Oak Hill shot the heck out of the ball, which honestly has been kind of an aberration from what they've done the rest of the season. I think they hit something like 12 threes. But they got killed on the glass. They gave up a lot of layups, and in the end, Beckley was able to pull it out.
So let's go through this because this is, for me, one of the premier rivalries in the state. And I realize I might be coming at that from a bit of a homeless perspective coming from Oak Hill. But you're talking about two teams that goes, if you think high school basketball in West Virginia, you probably think Woodrow Wilson.
Sure.
And Oak Hill, no slouch, has multiple state championships to their credit. These are two teams that historically don't like each other, and they've played some really good games over the years. And I was just thinking about this before I was looking over the Woodrow roster. Dave Barksdale's an assistant coach, and we got Fred Ferry in the stands. If you want to have any reminder of the historic success these two programs have had, that makes this game a little bit edgier than it would have been if it was without that success, you've got them right here.
Well, both of those guys you just mentioned have their names on courts. I mean, that tells you all you need to know about what they've meant to their respective schools and what they accomplished as high school basketball coaches. No, I agree with you. Oak Hill-Beckley is an old rivalry. It goes back many years, and it's heated. And you're right. When Oak Hill and Beckley get together, the stakes are always a little bit higher. A lot of the kids know each other. A lot of the fans know each other, and it's bragging rights. So then we have a good crowd here tonight for Oak Hill and Beckley. So, yeah, I can't wait to get this tipped off here myself.
We're about to see how this edition of Oak Hill Beckley comes in. And it looks like we're going to introduce the cheerleaders. And while we do that, we'll talk about some of the more pressing matters in 2024. Woodrow comes in here 8-8. They've lost 2 in a row. They're obviously looking to get back on track because 8-8 is not okay by Beckley basketball standards.
No, not at all.
And Oak Hill comes in here 6-10. Woodrow, though, in those 8 wins, 4 of them have been in the section. They have not lost a section game.
Yeah, and to add on to your point, I was talking to Benitez Jackson last night. He told me that with Elijah Redfern back, he thinks that Beckley is the team to beat in the section. Without Redfern, I think it's pretty evenly matched between the 4 teams. But he said he thinks Redfern is the difference. And with Redfern back in the lineup, he seems to think that that's, gives Beckley an advantage in the section now.
Well, we shall see how it comes to the 2 section games we've seen so far in this building have been, of course, Greenbrier East and Princeton. And both those games were games that Oak Hill had in their hand and just let them get away. We'll see if they can get a home section win tonight.
And that was the case with the game in the first game over at the Raleigh County Armory. Oak Hill was up at halftime. It was another game which, at this point, there's probably been 5 or 6 of these games where Oak Hill had a fourth quarter lead that just couldn't hold on to it. But I remember when I was in the stands watching that game, watching Oak Hill can those threes, I kind of leaned over to a buddy of mine. I said, it's just not sustainable. And what Beckley was doing was sustainable because Beckley was killing them on the glass. Beckley was hitting layups while Oak Hill was drilling threes. And eventually, Oak Hill cooled off while Beckley was still able to hit their layups.
Chris, are you aware of any reason we would take one of the nets up right now?
No,
Sort of projector out?
I just noticed that the basket was up. I have no idea why that would be. That's going to make it hard whoever's shooting on this end.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah. You may have to go
That's
like.
unfair. I mean, I've heard of home court advantage, but that's taking it a little far.
Do you recall when Iowa and Northwestern played a game at Wrigley Field in football? They had to go to one end zone because the back of the end zone on one end was too shallow.
Yes,
that's what it's going to be here.
Yeah, half court, make it, take it. Do it old school.
Would make our job a lot more interesting. As a packed crowd, I might not be able to see that far. You may have to be the eyes.
Yeah, that's the reason I stand up over here in the corner. It's hard to see if I sit down.
I lack the balance to stand up in the bleachers. I lack the ability to shut up too, but we're going to shut up for the national anthem.
I guess.
That's for sure.
And now, we would like to welcome the Flying Eagles from Beckley.
Well, as Ms. Thomas is bringing out the Beckley starters, we will do the same. Starting for Beckley is number 10, Kobe Dillon. Number 12, Elijah Redfern, your boy. Number 14, Zion Hawthorne. Number 20, A.J. Thomas. And number 22, Preston Claren.
And as I mentioned before, Redfern missed the first game. He broke his wrist early in the year. I believe it was up in Morgantown, and he missed some of the losses Beckley suffered has been when Redfern was out. I really do think he's an underrated player. I came to the game last year here at the Lilly Center between Oak Hill and Beckley. Went into overtime. Beckley had the win, and Redfern was fantastic. Malachi Lewis was too in his own right. They kind of went back and forth. It was a shootout. But Redfern was just great. And in the handful of times I've seen Elijah Redfern play, I've been really impressed by him.
I think I might have figured out why that projector is out.
Yeah, we're doing a little something new for the introduction, it looks like.
It looks like.
But Lucas, while they're doing that, I was talking to Coach Jackson last night. And I think you could sense a little bit of the frustration. You mentioned he was 6-10. That's obviously not a record that he's used to having and that he wants at this point in the season. And, you know, I don't think I'm saying anything that he hasn't said to his team. He told me, he said, we have to get tougher. He said, we have to get tougher. We have to get more physical. And he told me, he said, this will be a real challenge for us to win tonight against Beckley. And he said, we have to get on the glass and not get killed on the boards to keep them from getting out in transition. And we have a chance. But those are all big ifs, and those have been things that Oak Hill hasn't always been able to do this year, especially against the bigger 4A teams in their section. So, you know, he was a little frustrated, but every night's a new night, and this is a night here at home with a live crowd to try to get a win over their arch rival.
Well, you mentioned the key word here, big. We were talking to the Woodrow bookkeeper. Two of their big guys are out with sickness. We've talked about how Oak Hill has struggled with big. We'll see if that ends up bringing up Woodrow back down towards Oak Hill's size a little bit. That might work in Oak Hill's favor. Yeah,
you're right. They have a couple kids out that are big guys, 6'4" kids. Now, they do still have a couple of younger guys. Andrew Fritzwater, 6'6", and then they have a young man named Owen Gunther, who's 6'7". So They still have some big kids, but kids who maybe don't play as much. So we'll see how Oak Hill responds to that tonight. Woodrow probably still has better size than most teams, if not every team Oak Hill's played this year.
Well, we're getting closer to finding that out. As you can see our mobile camera out there. Our producer Darren McGuffey.
And I guess you could see on the screen if you're watching at home. I couldn't see what was on that screen.
It looked like a promo video, like an introduction video showing the history of Oak Hill basketball.
Oh, nice.
Basically reminding them, hey, we've won state championships too.
Well, you know what? If I would, I probably should have shut up and just let the viewers at home see that. I was talking over. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen that myself. So I apologize to anyone who didn't get to hear that because I was talking.
I don't know, but you really could have heard it. I could barely hear. Yeah. I could barely hear it anyway. And with that, teams have been introduced. They're huddling in their, Woodrow's huddling near the bench. Oak Hill, of course, having just been introduced, is huddling near the free throw line.
And Lucas, you're starting to hit that stretch of the season. We're in February now. We know what comes after February, March, and that's when basketball gets really interesting. So you're hitting that stretch of the season where you really want to start hitting your stride a little bit. You know, you've went through the early part of the season. The snow kind of interfered with that. Right now, a lot of these teams are playing rapid-fire games, 3 and 4 a week. So it's unusual, but you really want to start hitting your stride a little bit and get ready for March because we're actually not too far away from sectional starting, if you can believe that.
No, we're really not. It's crazy, but it's true. Out there for the Oak Hill Red Devils is number 10, Levi Kiska, number 12, Malachi Lewis, number 21, Brent Conley, number 3, Andre Wright, and number 1, Armani Hicks. We're just about set to get things underway here. And they'll tip. Woodrow will control it, and they'll hand it over to number 14, Zion Hawthorne. Hawthorne with the ball now. He passes it off to Preston Clary. Clary batted out to Elijah Redfern. Redfern to the bucket. No, kicked it back out for 3. It's in the air. It's good.
And that's something Dylan will do for you. He's a three-point marksman, and that Redfern doing what he does. He got in the lane, was able to kick it out for a draw and kick, and Dylan had the wide open look on the jumper.
Conley kicked it out. It's Andre right with the ball now. He gets it in to Conley, whose shot is up. It's no good. And Woodrow will bring it back up the floor with Zion Hawthorne. Hawthorne with the basketball now, passes it off to Redfern. Redfern, see if he does what he did last time. Takes it himself, and it's in 5-0.
Yeah, Redfern had Andre leaning just a little bit, and he was able to get into the lane and finish with his right hand.
Hicks with the ball now. Woodrow showing a tad of pressure. And now they'll back off as Malachi Lewis takes about the floor for Oak Hill on the far side from us. Malachi makes his own shot. In and out, no good. Rebound is fought for. Kiska's in there, and Oak Hill's on the board.
That's a really nice job by Levi Kiska, keeping that possession alive and a good offensive rebound. Was able to get the putback. Something to look for tonight, Lucas. Benitez is going to change up his defense. He's going to kind of alternate between man and zone. He didn't feel like he could stay in man too long because Redford creates a matchup for him.
Jump ball was called on the floor, and that will keep it on this end.
Much to the chagrin of a couple of sons from Oak Hill coaches. They didn't like that.
No, I don't think. I think
they thought that was a foul.
Yeah. Malachi Lewis will take it across the half-court line. Woodrow applying some pressure, but not a whole lot.
Expect Woodrow to go full court before the game's over. They will pressure the guards at some point.
Kiska. Back out. Malachi in the corner. And that's going to be staying on that end of the floor. Oak Hill will keep it as it goes off the Flying Eagle.
And I can tell you, A.J. Thomas is really in Malachi's shirt right now early in the game. He's playing up on him. See if Malachi can put it on the deck and get by him. Very aggressive on the defensive end from Thomas.
3 ball is in the air. It's no good. And Beckley will bring the rebound down, and they'll push up the floor really quickly.
You'll live with that look, though. Brent Conley can hit that shot, so that's a good set, and they'll take Oak Hill will live with Brent Conley taking that.
Redfern backing it out, setting up his troops. Elijah Redfern kicked it out. Nice kick, too. Vice ball movement from
Good
Woodrow.
ball
Three
movement.
is in the air. It's no good. And Kiska will bring the rebound down for the Red Devils. Malachi Lewis pushing him off the floor. We'll see what Oak Hill wants to do right here.
Boy, you see A.J. Thomas is really active on that defensive end against Malachi right now.
Andre Wright pass
Playing
it
very
off.
aggressively.
Kiska got to do something with it. Gets it out. 2. Conley. And now here's Armani Hicks. Hicks lost it. It is kept in. And a foul is called.
That's a cheap one on Dillon. Yeah, Beckley had a really good defensive possession going, and Dillon kind of bailed him out. They had nothing going, but Dillon bailed him out with a little cheap reach in right there. And Ron Kidd won't be happy with that foul.
Conley gets it into Malachi.
Now Hawthorne's on Malachi, so they switched off. Let's see if they can switch back. Good take.
Hicks to the
Nice.
lane. It's in.
Nice take by Armani Hicks.
Dillon right in front of us. Baseline drive. Kicked. And Woodrow working it back again. It's Hawthorne. Zion Hawthorne with the ball. They're going to say there's a whistle on the floor. Couldn't quite see what that was.
I think they're going to call that on Armani Hicks out front. Hicks is on Hawthorne. He's given up some height to him, and Hawthorne thinks he can get into the lane and score over him. That's what he was trying to do, and Armani just kind of bumped him. Got a foul, picked up his first.
Coach Jackson providing a great screen for me, but instructing his troops, and Woodrow's up and in.
Nice little step through by Redfern there. He's got a full package. He's a really good player. I told you I'm a fanboy. I've always been impressed by Redfern when he plays.
Hey, game recognizes game, right?
That's right.
Kiska for 3, he hit it. Tie game.
Levi Kiska putting his fingerprints on here early. 5 points and a couple of boards already for the junior. I thought that was a push-off, actually.
And instead it's a basket for Colby Dillon. And now here's some of that full court press you talked about, Chris.
Yeah,
Not
I
sustained, but just
expect
enough.
that at some point I think Beckley's going to go full court and try to pressure Oak Hill's guards because they haven't responded to it well this year.
Malachi for 3, it's no good. Dillon brings the rebound down. They'll push the ball quickly up the floor with Hawthorne. Hawthorne
Tough
drove
shot.
a tough shot. It's up, no good. And Malachi will have to fight for it, and it will stay on this end as Oak Hill retains possession.
Now again, we're seeing a little more full court right here out of the dead ball here for Beckley. Coach Jackson told me he thought Beckley would pressure them some tonight. But like you said, now they kind of show token and they back out of it.
Malachi really has him in his grill. Kicked it back out. Kiska again for 3. It's off the mark. Rebound is up
one.
and in.
That's a great play by Brent Conley. Are they waving it off?
They're waving it off.
They're going to actually call over the back, I think, on Brent Conley. I got to tell you, I don't love that, and the fans here are reacting to it. I did not love that call. Benitez Jackson, he doesn't like the call. He's really arguing his case, and I think he's got a good case. I thought that was an and one.
I did too.
I really did. I did not like that call.
Hawthorne got it in, and that's going to barely stay in. Coach Jackson wanted to walk, he won't get it, as Thomas kicked it back out. Hawthorne with the ball now. Zion Hawthorne in the corner. They'll get it over. Redfern had to play it in. Dillon for 3. In and out. And Hicks will bring the rebound down for Oak Hill. Get it out to Malachi. Kicked it back over. No. Here's Malachi. Lewis slowing it down for Oak Hill. 2:41 to play in the first quarter. 9-7 Flying Eagles with the lead.
They're just switching that screen right now, Lucas. When he's getting that pick and roll, Beckley's switching it. They're not trying to hedge. They're just switching the screen, and I think they feel like they have guys 1 through 5 who can maybe just do that. They're interchangeable, so they're switching screens. Sometimes that's hard to find open looks when they're doing that.
So we'll keep it on this end as Oak Hill will inbound, and Malachi has it. He'll kick it out to Andre Wright. He'll get it out to Armani Hicks. Hicks with the ball now. He'll back it out and slow things down. Levi Kiska on the far side. Kiska got it out to
That's a good look. Again, Conley can hit that shot in the corner, had a pretty good look. So they'll live with him keeping taking that. That's a good shot for Conley. That's deep.
Redfern, deep three, he got it. Tough shot, but he got it.
That's why I like him. He's got the full package. He can put it on the deck. He can create for his teammates, and he's got the three-point shot. That's a tough shot.
Malachi hits the really tough shot.
Wow. Malachi just put his head down and bowled his way to the basket that time.
And now we've got a track meet underway. Woodrow again for three. No good. And it'll go off the backboard. That will mean Oak Hill ball. 1:45 to go here in our first quarter. It's been up and down so far.
It looks like Cole Nelson's going to check into the game for Andre Wright, our first substitution of the game for Oak Hill, Lucas.
All right, we'll make note of that. Here's Malachi Lewis having the ball now for Oak Hill.
Again, really being watched closely by A.J. Thomas. I mean, he is right on him. Very aggressive defense by Thomas.
Cole Nelson with the ball now, his first touch. Got it out to Levi Kiska. Kiska got to make him work for himself. It's rough to miss that shot.
That's a nifty drive. Yeah, he almost knocked that down.
Hawthorne trying to go coast to coast. Kicked it out. Couldn't see who was driving in, but it's a blocked shot nonetheless. Hawthorne for three. It's off the front rim. No good. They're fighting for it. It's Redfern. It's Dylan from the corner. He hit it.
Yeah, Dylan's got 8 quick points. Already hit a couple of threes, and that's what he does. Again, off the setup from Elijah Redford, who got the long rebound.
Here's Malachi. Drove the line himself. Draws the foul.
So again, I mentioned Thomas has been very aggressive. That time a little too aggressive as he picked up the foul on Malachi with the left-handed layup. It'll put Malachi to the line. He's looking for his first points of the night. And usually as Malachi goes, Oak Hill goes offensively.
As Cole Nelson steps to the sideline, as does Armani Hicks, to get some instructions from their head coach. Malachi's first free throw is up and in. 15-10.
Actually, I stand corrected. I said that he's looking for his first points. Malachi already had a field goal, so he's got 3 points now.
Takes his time between the shots. Second shot is up. It rolls in. 4-point game here as Andre Wright checked back into the game, and he will replace Levi Kiska.
Kiska had a nice start. He plays really hard.
Zion Hawthorne will bring the ball up for Woodrow. He will cross the halfway line.
So Oak Hill's going zone now. I told you they'd mix up their defenses. They're going zone now. They're switching it up a little bit. Nice job of Malachi.
And Malachi will hold it. We'll see what Oak Hill wants to do here. They'll race up the floor. Malachi nearly fell. I don't know how he got this balance.
I don't either. Look at that. Nice drive, boy.
Lane.
He did everything but finished it. That was a really nice drive. He couldn't finish it with his left hand in the lane, but nice job on Malachi.
No, what a pass by Elijah Redford. He fooled me.
Yeah, that's what Redford does.
Armani Hicks darn near made that at the very end of the quarter. As it stands, though, it's a 6-point lead for Woodrow. It's 17-11. We shall return with the second quarter after this on the New River Network.
Retro Reset Wrestling is coming to you every Thursday at 9 p.m. on the New River Network. See hard-hitting wrestling action from today's rising stars in independent wrestling. If you are a wrestling fan of any generation, let us introduce you to the hottest wrestling promotion in West Virginia. You can also join a live show at the Crossroads Mall. Retro Reset Wrestling is coming to you every Thursday at 9 p.m. on the New River Network.
Welcome back. Lucas Berry and Chris Rader here with you from the Lilly Center. We have a 6-point game so far. The visiting Beckley Woodrow Wilson Flying Eagles have raced out to a 6-point lead here. And when I say race, I mean race. It's been up and down the whole game so far.
Yeah, really intense game like we expected. And again, like we said in the opener, Elijah Redfern has his fingerprints all over it. He's got 7 points. He set up 2 of Kobe Dillon's threes, so he's already got a couple assists. So Redfern is a difference maker, and one of the things Benitez told me last night, one of the reasons he wants to switch things up is Redfern's just a tough matchup if they stay man. So he wants to give them different looks so they can have something to think about offensively.
We'll see how our second quarter develops as Woodrow now breaks from their huddle.
And Kiska's actually back out there, so they've actually sat Brent Conley down for a minute, and Cole Nelson's out there for Conley right now. So early on, Benitez Jackson he's shortening his bench, going with just a 6-man rotation here, it looks like. Beckley has yet to make a substitution yet.
Zion Hawthorne has the ball for Beckley. And they'll get it out in the far corner. Dillon once again from the corner, he hit it.
Kid can shoot it, man. He really can. He's got 11 now.
Amani Hicks being...
And here's that full court pressure that Coach Jackson said we would see, and we're seeing Oak Hill really struggle with it. Yeah, you're going to have to take a timeout here to save the possession. And you knew it was coming at some point, and it's something Oak Hill struggled with all year, Lucas. You and I have done several games, and when teams dial up pressure, Oak Hill's really struggled with it.
Yeah, that's been one of their Achilles' heels. It's just, it's hard to explain, but when you see it, you see it.
Well, yeah, I mean, you just have to react to it. You got to be strong with the ball, and unfortunately, Oak Hill hasn't been able to do that most of the year. So, and Beckley's coaches watched film, so they knew to do that. Yep. Coach Jackson said he knew it was coming, and it took the full first quarter, but that time we saw pressure, and they had to waste the timeout to save the possession.
So with 7:36 to go here, it is now a 9-point game, 20-11, as Oak Hill has emerged from their huddle, and we expect Woodrow to do the same they have.
They're really going to have to locate Kobe Dillon roaming that three-point line. He's already canned 3 on them. He had a big game against them in the first game as well. The kid can shoot it from out there.
And we got a whistle on the floor here.
I think it's Thomas. That's going to be his second. So we'll see if Ron Kidd wants to do anything. Maybe just leave him out there with his 2 fouls, though.
So doesn't look like there's anyone on the scorer's table, so it looks like they're going to let him go. Amani Hicks had the basketball. He passed it off to Cole Nelson. Nelson got it over to Malachi. Corner 3's in the air. It's off the rim. No good. And Thomas will bring the rebound down for Woodrow. He'll get it out to Elijah Redfern. Redfern signaling where he wants his teammates to go, and they comply. Preston Clary had it. Got it back out to Redfern.
Again, Oak Hill in the zone now.
Hawthorne.
They're giving it to Hawthorne. Hawthorne's declining it, but they're giving up that 3 to Hawthorne. You don't want to give it to Redfern, though.
No. He's got it right now.
You have to find Dillon. You have to find Dillon in this zone. Good defense by Kiska. Cut him off.
The baseline. Zion Hawthorne. Redfern. Baseline drive. He tried to dunk. It's no good.
Tried to dunk it. Yeah, he just left it short. He had a wide open look at it. Just left it. Nice crossover by Malachi. Got it stripped, though.
And now out comes Woodrow. Guess who? It's Elijah Redfern. He'll take it, and it's in. 22-11 as a double-digit lead now for the Flying Eagles, and the pressure is fully on. As Kiska got it back out to Malachi, who finds Andre right in the corner. It's no good. Kiska brings the rebound down, and they'll fight for it.
As soon as he brought it down, Kobe Dillon came in from the backside and stripped him. Nice rebound, but he couldn't hang on to it. Now we're going to see Fitzwater, big 6'6" kid, check in now for Woodrow as Ron Kidd finally goes to his bench, and he's going to give Redfern a blow. So with Redfern on the bench, you want to see if maybe Oak Hill can make a little run here, because he's really the one that facilitates their offense. And it looks like Oak Hill's, again, 2-3, maybe a 2-1-2. I can't tell, but they're definitely in zone right now.
Kobe Dillon for Woodrow. Got it out to Preston Clary. Zion Hawthorne. Dillon. Settling things down. It's Clary. Kicked it over to, I couldn't see who. I'm going to assume that's Hawthorne. It is.
The zone has definitely slowed Beckley down. They're having trouble penetrating. Yeah.
How about Malachi going up on the big guy and bringing that down?
Yeah, it was a good rebound by Malachi.
And he'll get it back.
And that time, that wasn't a step-in three for Dillon. That was kind of a flat-footed three that you'll kind of live with that a little bit.
And they're going to get a foul call here.
So that's going to be Thomas's third. So now you have to really think maybe about getting him out of there. So Redfern's going to check right back in, just getting a quick blow. And I think he's going to check in for Thomas with those 3 fouls. I'm seeing the big guy Noah McClung getting off the bench for Oak Hill. Andre Wright setting down, and Brent Conley checks back in.
Armani Hicks had it, got it back over. Hicks has it once again. Armani Hicks thought about a drive, decided against it, and moved ever so close to the basket. And now here's Malachi. It's a 3 ball in the air, and it's no good. And Zion Hawthorne had the rebound, but Kiska puts it back in. Oak Hill's on the board yet again.
Kiska's got 7. Nice job by Cole Nelson to grab that rebound that time and keep the possession alive.
Dillon back out to Redfern. Inside to Fitzwater. Kicked it back out.
Fitzwater will learn not to put that ball on the floor. He almost had it stripped that time from Hicks. If he would have just turned and shot, he had a pretty good look.
Zion Hawthorne.
And again, you can see the zone's confusing Beckley a little bit right now. They're not getting the looks they want. As soon as I say that,
yeah.
Hawthorne drills a corner through a wing from 3.
Hicks kicked it out. Shots up, no good. Hawthorne brings the rebound back down. Here's Clary. What a block from Kiska.
That was a good block from Levi. Levi's been all over the court here for Oak Hill. Well, I think they called a foul.
Huh.
Man.
That's rough.
I do. Man, that is a couple of calls I have not seen.
From where I was sitting,
that was right in front of us, and that looks like that was all ball to me.
Yeah.
Regardless what we think, it sends Clary to the line as he knocks down his first.
And he, in doing so, doubles the lead. 26-13. Preston Clary for his second to make it a 14-point margin. And he hits it, and it is a 14-point margin. As McClung will inbound for Oak Hill to get it over to Malachi. They break it with Armani Hicks. Hicks racing up the floor. He's being pressured, and they turn it over.
Yeah, just lost it, though.
And guess who? It's Kobe Dillon. This time for 2.
Dillon's got 13 now. He's the top scorer in the game right now.
Malachi kicked it out.
Nice
ball movement as Kiska is blocked, and a whistle is on the floor. We'll see what they call. Whenever it was called, it's going to send Kiska to the foul line.
I think that's on Fitzwater. I didn't quite get it. That's who I'm going to unofficially give it to, and that will send Kiska to the line.
His first free throw is up, and it is no good.
I think he hit every part of the backboard and rim on that.
I think so.
Every square inch.
Second free throw is up. Again, it's no good. And Fitzwater brings the rebound down for Woodrow. He passes it out to Elijah Redfern. He races up the floor to Zion Hawthorne. Got it back to Redfern. Redfern thought about a 3, puts it up, and it's off the front iron.
Yeah, if Redfern had it to go over again, he probably just would have shot it in rhythm instead of pumping it.
Hicks for 3, in and out, no good.
Great
McClung
rebound by
in there,
McClung.
and he gets the and 1.
Great job by Noah McClung. And I think that's on Fitzwater again. Unofficially, that would give him 2. That's McClung's first points of the game. And that was a great job by the big man underneath that time, just clearing out space with that wide body. Able to grab that rebound, put it back in.
His free throw is up. It is no good. Rebound is corralled by Preston Clary, who immediately brings up the floor, and Zion Hawthorne takes a wing three. It's off the mark. And Kiska gets it out to Malachi Lewis, will bring the ball to the floor for Oak Hill, trying to cut into the deficit before halftime. 3:05 to go and still halftime. Armani Hicks with the basketball now. Got it back out. Kiska wing three, it's no good. And Woodrow will bring the rebound back down. That was Kobe Dillon, and we have a timeout on the floor from Coach Ron Kidd, and we'll take it with them with 2:54 to go in the second quarter. Woodrow is up 14, 29-15. We will be back on the New River Network right after this.
Retro Reset Wrestling is coming to you every Thursday at 9 p.m. on the New River Network. See hard-hitting wrestling action from today's rising stars in independent wrestling. If you are a wrestling fan of any generation, let us introduce you to the hottest wrestling promotion in West Virginia. You can also join a live show at the Crossroads Mall. Retro Reset Wrestling is coming to you every Thursday at 9 p.m. on the New River Network.
Well, welcome back. Lucas Berry and Chris Rader here with you. Let's reset things for the final 2:54 of the first half. 29-15. Oak Hill is down to Woodrow, but as we've been talking, Chris, since they switched to that zone defense, they've really kind of messed with Woodrow a little bit.
They slowed him down a little bit. You can tell Woodrow's kind of thinking a little bit more, but they'll eventually figure it out.
Redfern now.
But some very patient possessions here for Woodrow. And when you're up 14, you can afford to be patient.
Zion Hawthorne. Elijah Redfern right in front of us. Zion Hawthorne. Kobe Dillon.
They're really in no hurry here, Lucas.
No.
Good defense by Kiska. He's really played a good first half.
Yeah, he really has.
He's been all over the court for Oak Hill.
Malachi Lewis has it. Noah McClung. Wouldn't that be something if he knocked down a three? That'd get this crowd into it. Levi Kiska has the ball. He's being tightly guarded. Got it out to Brent Connolly.
Nothing's coming easy on the offensive end for Oak Hill. Woodrow's really guarding him tightly. Malachi's wanting to clear out here against Fitzwater. He thinks he's got a mismatch.
Inside is off the mark. And Fitzwater will corral it and give it out to Elijah Redfern. He got it out to Preston Clary. Preston Clary to Kobe Dillon. Back to Clary. Over to Redfern. It's got back to Clary. And again, it's a three, and it's a 17-point game.
Clary has 7 now. He's canned a couple of threes now for Beckley.
Armani Hicks for Oak Hill. 3 balls in the air. It's no good.
And Oak Hill just can't buy one from outside there, Lucas.
No.
Which, unlike the first game where they couldn't miss, they can't buy one. But over the course of the year, Oak Hill's not really been a very good three-point shooting team. This is more par for the course, what we're seeing right now.
Elijah Redfern. Kobe Dillon for 3. He hit it. And Woodrow is right on the edge of being able to run away and hide.
Dillon was 16 now. 4 threes by my count.
Armani Hicks drove, and we'll see what gets called as the Beckley fans are applauding.
Yeah, that's going to be a charge on Armani. Just a little bit out of control. What's going to be his second.
It's 44 seconds even.
Aiden Smith's going to check in now for Brent Connolly. He's getting his first action. Aiden Smith was the hero in the JV game. He hit a layup with about 3 seconds left to win the JV game for Oak Hill.
See if he's got any magic left in him. No pressure, son. Zion Hawthorne for Beckley.
I think they're going back to man here in this final possession for Beckley. Oak Hill's going back man.
Dillon, corner 3. He hit it again.
And he just rolls off that screen beautifully. He's got 19 now.
Hicks pass it over to Malachi Lewis. Lewis, 12 seconds to go in the half. Aiden Smith. Noah McClung. And they'll fight for it in the corner. They'll get it back out. Beckley's got a shot at the end of the half, and that nearly fell. It very nearly did, so it's a tough hill to climb for Oak Hill in the second half, but we've seen stranger things happen. 38-15, the visiting Flying Eagles from Beckley are ahead at half. We'll be back with the second half after this on the New River Network.
Retro Reset Wrestling is coming to you every Thursday at 9 p.m. on the New River Network. See hard-hitting wrestling action from today's rising stars in independent wrestling. If you are a wrestling fan of any generation, let us introduce you to the hottest wrestling promotion in West Virginia. You can also join a live show at the Crossroads Mall. Retro Reset Wrestling is coming to you every Thursday at 9 p.m. on the New River Network.
Welcome back to the Lilly Center here on the campus of Oak Hill High School. Lucas Berry, Chris Rader, Darren McGuffin throwing the switches, and Robert Parley with the nice camera that you are watching the game on tonight. We have ourselves a very interesting game so far, and by that I mean it's teetering on the brink of, well, Oak Hill could come back and make a game, or Woodrow can go running high. Chris, it really is. I'm an optimist, so I'm going to always think Oak Hill's got a shot.
I was going to ask you, what's your definition of interest? No, it's the game has went. It hasn't been a surprise. Elijah Redfern and Kobe Dillon, and we said that in the opener that those would be the keys. And Dillon's got 19, and a lot of his points are off Redfern assist, and then Redfern has 9 himself. So, the keys to the game that we mentioned in the pregame have really come to fruition here during the game, and that's what's got Beckley this 23-point lead.
Well, see, I'm trying to keep people with us, okay? If you say interesting, people
You're right.
realize
That's a veteran move. You're right.
Malachi Lewis had it. He kicked it back out to Andre Wright. Wright drove for the basket. It's no good. And Redfern will come with the ball as players hit the deck.
That was good help defense by Hawthorne. Was able to get the block on Andre Wright. Beckley's going to reset it now.
Redfern.
And
nice patience inside, and he gets rewarded.
Yeah, and he's a tough match because, he's 6'3". So he's already got the size advantage on Wright. He's just able to, he can get into the lane and get any shot he wants to a lot of the times. He's a tough matchup for Oak Hill. For most teams, honestly.
Shot is up. It's no good. And Woodrow will take possession, as they'll say that went off a Red Devil last.
I think we're actually going to have a foul, too, on Levi Kiska. That's going to be his second. Cole Nelson's checking on very, very early. He's going to get Andre Wright. Andre came out and was looking for a shot. I don't know if that was by design or not, but he took the first 2 shots of the half for Oak Hill. And Coach Jackson giving him a little talking to here on the bench right now.
Zion Hawthorne got it out to Eli Bedford. And it's stolen away from by Oak Hill. Here's Cole Nelson with the ball now. Got it out to Malachi Lewis. Hasn't really been able to get going today, and as we've said, as he goes, so does this team. Well,
Beckley's done that's all has a lot to do with Beckley. They've done a really nice job on him defensively, specifically A.J. Thomas, who's been very aggressive with Malachi all game.
Nelson trying to find some space. Woodrow not giving any. Malachi got it out to Conley for 3. No good. Kiska will get it back. Malachi goes up, and it's in. That's
a really nice pass by Levi Kiska, who I think has actually been the best player on the court for Oak Hill tonight.
I'd be hard-pressed to disagree with that.
Yeah, he's played well tonight.
Redfern to the lane. Got it, and 1.
And I think that's going to be on Kiska again. That's going to be his 3rd, so he's quickly now in foul trouble. Elijah Redfern now has 13. He's the second Beckley player in double digits behind Dillon. He's got 14 now.
And he adds to it with an and 1.
Yeah, he's playing his typical really solid game. Nice drive by Malachi.
And he got it.
Nice tough drive. He just put his head down, got all the way to the basket.
Zion Hawthorne for Woodrow. Preston Clary had it. Got it out to Elijah Bedford. This Saturday. Bedford in the corner. Tried to drive baseline, puts up a floater, and it's in.
What I like about Elijah Redfern, he never gets in a hurry. He's always under control. He always lets the game come to him. You never see him get in a hurry. Very smooth player.
Kiska from the corner, in and out.
Just couldn't get the roll that time. He had a good look.
And they'll pass it around. Here's Dillon for 3. Rare miss from him.
Oak Hill's done a poor job tonight identifying Dillon. He's got too many open looks tonight, whether it's been zone or man.
Kicks at it.
Cole Nelson probably needs to shoot that ball.
Instead, Malachi will put it up. He will not get the roll.
Another good rebound by Kiska.
Rebound right back down. Get it over to Malachi. This time he gets the roll.
Again, just Levi Kiska, really nice job on the glass tonight for Oak Hill. Has kept several possessions alive. He scored a little bit. He's done a nice job.
In and out for Zion Hawthorne. Oak Hill will bring it back down with Armani Hicks. Coach Jackson motioning to players on his bench. He's making a change here in the next chance he gets. Malachi, tough shots up, no good. Kiska was in there for the rebound once again, but it was brought down by A.J. Thomas, who got it out to Elijah Redfern. Dillon thought about a three, drove it a little bit, kicked it back out. He'll put a corner three in the air, and this time it's no good, but again it's rebounded, and Hawthorne goes up, and again no good.
That was pretty. That was a great possession by Beckley. Did everything but knock the shot down.
Kiska had it in the corner, thought about it, and chose otherwise. And we'll see what ends up being here. They're going to say that's an over and back, so it will be Woodrow ball. Just
a miscommunication as Hicks was starting to cut. Malachi thought he was going to stay at the top of the key and just threw it away.
Aiden Smith is checking in for number 21, Brent Conley.
Ivan Purdue's off the bench for his first action of the game, too. So Benitez Jackson getting some players who normally don't get a lot of run in varsity, getting them some run here against Beckley. Looking for any type of spark, probably. Good defense by Cole Nelson. Really good hands that time from the junior.
Really good. And Redfern had
nice
to
job.
race back to it. Elijah Redfern brings the ball up for Beckley. He'll take it to the rim himself, and he draws the foul.
And you see just a little hesitation move at the top of the key. Was able to get by Malachi, finish with his left hand. And again, I think that's going to be on Conley, which I have him as his second, but Redfern just always looks smooth in everything he does, too. He never looks in a hurry. He's always under control. And I've said it before. I've seen him a handful of times, and I come away impressed every time I see Elijah Redfern play.
This is my first time seeing him play basketball in person. Of course, we were at the football game.
Yeah.
But how can you not be impressed with him?
Yeah, he's just a really good all-around athlete. I do think this is his sport, though. And he's a good football player, but I think he's a better basketball player.
Corner three, no good. The start of the game brings the rebound back down. Zion Hawthorne had it for Woodrow. Thought about a three, drove to the lane himself. It's going to be stripped, and Malachi will bring the back up for Oak Hill. Looks like they're going to call a jump ball.
Yeah, Redfern just tied him up. Yeah, nice job by Redfern that time. As Malachi made his move, he just reached in and tied him up, and that's going to give Beckley the possession. Beckley has had a really short bench tonight. We knew we had a couple kids out, but they've only played 6 the entire game. So it looks like Oak Hill, they're staying man. I thought he might drop into his zone. It looks like they're staying man, though.
Hawthorne with the ball now. Zion Hawthorne. Dillon drove to the bucket, missed it, and a foul is called.
We're going to get a block that time. I think it's going to be on Cole Nelson. But at least they ran Dillon off the three-point line that time, which you'll live with him putting it on the deck and trying to get into the lane instead of killing you with those threes. Now, he might knock it down, but I think if Oak Hill had its druthers, they'll live with Dillon putting him on the deck instead of shooting the three. Because he knocks that down. He's got 20 now.
20 of his team's 48.
He and Redford have really been the 1-2 punch. They have 39 of their 49. And again, really good defense by A.J. Thomas. I mean, he's wanting to play defense, too. You can tell it.
Kiska from the corner, in and out, no good. And a whistle. And we're getting an inbound right here. So if I'm correct, that's Dillon's 21st. He has as many as Oak Hill does. He's been a scoring machine tonight.
I can't see who he's calling. That was a foul one, but I think that's going to be on Clary. It's going to be his first.
Aiden Smith got it in to Levi Kiska. Kiska.
Good strong drive by Levi. Really nice drive.
49-23.
He's got 9 now. He's played a good all-around game for Oak Hill.
Yeah, he really has. Zion Hawthorne has it now for Woodrow. Kobe Dillon got it out to Weston Clary. Over to Dillon.
Yeah, no hurry now. Big lead. They're going to be in no hurry. No need to rush.
Redfern tried to get it out to Zion Hawthorne on the wing. He did. Now it's back to Dillon. And we got a foul here that will go against number 11, Cole Nelson.
That's an effort foul, though. You'll live with that. That's not a stupid foul. That's just an effort foul. He was trying to fight through a screen, and I think you can live with that if you're Benitez. I could. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not the coach, but I could live with that. It's just an effort foul.
I will go with the line that I have said many times over the years. You can't fault the guy for trying to make a play.
No, it's the silly fouls that kill me. But, yeah, he was just trying to fight around the screen, ran through it a little bit. I'll live with that. That's teachable and coachable.
Preston Clary's first free throw is up, and it's good. It's 50-23. 1:53 left in our third quarter. Clary's second shot is up. It is good. 51-23.
He's hit all 4 of his foul shots, too. And, I mean, I don't know if he's hit the rim yet. Nice form on that foul shot by Clary.
Malachi Lewis for O'Kill.
Thomas has just done a really nice job on Malachi. Thomas doesn't have a point. He's not looking for his offense, but he relishes playing defense, you can tell, and he's done a really nice job tonight on Malachi. You need kids like that. You got to have a kid that wants to play defense, and Thomas does.
He knows his role, and he does it well.
He knows his role, exactly.
Here's Eli Redford. Baseline drive. Backed it out. Kicked it back all the way out.
I thought Redford got away with a little push off that time on Ivan Purdue. They let it go. I thought he extended that right arm as he was driving baseline.
Hawthorne, Dillon. In no rush. Thought he would have shot that in the first half, but not now. As Redford goes to the bucket and gets it.
He's got 20 now.
Kiska trying to find some space.
Nice move.
To the wing. Nice move.
Nice move by Levi. He's been one of the few bright spots for O'Kill tonight. I've been really impressed by Levi Kiska.
Zion Hawthorne with 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Clary for 3. He hit it.
He's in the double figures now. He's got 12. He's the third Beckley player in the double figures, joining Redford and Dillon now.
Here's Malachi. 20 seconds to go in the quarter. We'll see what O'Kill wants to do right here. Ivan Purdue puts up a 3 and he hits it.
How about Ivan Purdue coming off the bench, burying a 3? Good job by him.
Dillon to the rim. No good. Smith brings the rebound down. And that is how the third quarter comes to an end. Well, O'Kill's been doubled up. It's 56-28. And we'll be back to wrap up this game with the fourth quarter after this on the New River Network.
Retro Reset Wrestling is coming to you every Thursday at 9 p.m. on the New River Network. See hard-hitting wrestling action from today's rising stars in independent wrestling. If you are a wrestling fan of any generation, let us introduce you to the hottest wrestling promotion in West Virginia. You can also join a live show at the Crossroads Mall. Retro Reset Wrestling is coming to you every Thursday at 9 p.m. on the New River Network.
Welcome back. The game has not yet resumed. In the middle of the quarter break, the Woodrow cheerleaders had come out to do their routine, and there was a little bit of an accident as a Woodrow cheerleader is currently injured. So we're awaiting to see how she is. Obviously, wishing the best for her. And that is where we stand right now in a 28-point game.
It was scary. I was watching it, Lucas. It was scary. You had cheerleaders on either end of the floor, and they were flipping toward each other, and they just collided. And when she collided, she fell pretty hard. I couldn't tell if she hit her head. I couldn't tell. They're still tending to her. She's obviously in a lot of pain. So, yeah, we're definitely hoping for the best for her. That was a scary thing to witness, though.
Absolutely. I must confess I did not see it in real time. but I heard what you said in that moment, and not good.
Yeah, she's definitely in a lot of pain. Yeah. Can't help but feel for her.
Absolutely, as looks like Coach Jackson is going to his locker room with the athletic director, Monty Wright, and perhaps getting some extra things for the required medical attention for the Woodrow cheerleader. And with nothing else really to add, we'll step away and come back and hopefully have some good news here in Oak Hill.
Retro Reset Wrestling is coming to you every Thursday at 9 p.m. on the New River Network. See hard-hitting wrestling action from today's rising stars in independent wrestling. If you are a wrestling fan of any generation, let us introduce you to the hottest wrestling promotion in West Virginia. You can also join a live show at the Crossroads Mall. Retro Reset Wrestling is coming to you every Thursday at 9 p.m. on the New River Network.
And I kid you not, the second after we had signed, we had gone to commercial, there was a thunderous applause for the cheerleader getting back up to her feet. That is great to see. And just from a sportsmanship perspective, I mean, it's something that's kind of been a commonplace. You always clap for something. But
yeah, she got a nice hand, and good to see her get up and walk off on her own power.
Absolutely. And we are back underway.
And that's a nice pull-up from Hawthorne. Really good body control to stop at full speed and hit that little mid-range jumper. Nice job.
Cole Nelson. Shot is up. It's good.
It's Malachi's first 3 of the night. He's got 13. He switched jerseys.
I was going to say, I think that may have been what Jackson was going to get. I think he was going to get another jersey for him.
Maybe had a little blood or something on there, but yeah.
Maybe. Because I was looking for a 15. I'm like, there's a 15 on the girls' team.
Elijah Redfern again, just getting right to the rim. He finishes with either hand. I think he's showing everybody, if you haven't seen him, why I like him.
Levi Kiska.
Good move. That is a really nice
Tough
move.
shot. And he will not get the roll, but he will get the foul.
That's going to be on Clary. That's going to be Clary's second. He's a little shaken up. They might have. I can't tell if they bang knees. He's grabbing that lower leg. Maybe his ankle.
And he grabbed looked like, if it was someone as old as me, it's sciatic. But grabbed his leg, his ankle, the whole leg probably not feeling all that great.
Levi Kiska has a nice little spin move, a very, very quick little spin. He's used it 2 or 3 times tonight, and he's been able to free himself for open looks. You know, going back to the beginning of the season, Benitez Jackson told me that he thought Levi Kiska had a chance to be a really good player by the end of the year, and I think we've seen that. Levi looks different now than he did back in early December. He's really kind of grown into the role a little bit, and they're, you know, with some departures, they're asking him to score a little bit more than they were earlier in the season too.
Kiska's second free throw is up. It's good. 60-33. And Zion Hawthorne has it for Beckley. Hawthorne dove in, kicked it out to Drew Fitzwater. Fitzwater got it back to Kobe Dillon. Dillon has the basketball now. Nice move to the outside. Got it out of Hawthorne. Hawthorne to the bucket. No good. Kiska will bring the rebound down for Oak Hill. He'll pass it out. Tough shot from Ivan Purdue, and he got hacked on the way in.
And then another good rebound that time by Levi Kiska. He's done a nice job for Oak Hill on the glass tonight. I think that's going to be on Dillon. That's going to be his second unofficially. That's going to send Ivan Purdue to the line, who's already hit a three-pointer tonight for Oak Hill. He doesn't get a lot of varsity time, but he's making the most of it here tonight.
His first free throw is up. It's off the mark.
Ivan's older brother, Jacob, was a good player for Oak Hill. He graduated a couple years ago. He was a sharpshooter. So next year you might see Ivan play a bigger role for Oak Hill in the varsity level.
Antoine Hicks and Noah McClung have entered the game for Oak Hill. Number 13 and number 34 in your program. Drew Fitzwater brings it down for Woodrow. He'll get it out to Zion Hawthorne. Hawthorne running the show. Kicks it out to Kobe Dillon. Dillon fights off some contact, drives inside, kicks it back out to Redford on the wing. And now they'll get it back out. Hawthorne, it's in. 63-33. 6:13 to go in the contest.
Again, set up by Redford getting into the lane. He was able to set him up on that driving kick.
Antoine Hicks for three. He hit it.
Antoine Hicks getting him some varsity action, making the most of it too.
Well, I can say this, a palindrome score. 36-63.
I like Antoine. Antoine, if you watch him in JV, Antoine plays hard. He always comes to play. He'll stick his nose in there. You got to have players like that.
McClung for three, nearly hit it.
I've seen Noah do that a couple times this year. He's not afraid of that top of the key three. And he'll come straight off the bench cold and shoot it too.
As they
It's a nice little pass that time from Dillon to Fitzwater.
Fitzwater with the finish. As Malachi goes down, looked like they were playing rugby there for a second, trying to.
And again, I want to give credit to A.J. Thomas, man. He's a bulldog. A.J. Thomas hasn't looked to shoot the ball all night, but he has played that kind of defense all night. I'm really impressed with him. You gotta have kids like that, man. You gotta have kids who are dogs. He's got a little bit of dog in him, and that's a compliment. the dog with the W.
Exactly.
That's a compliment.
So we've got a new face in the game for the Beckley Flying Eagles. Javante Wins, number 30.
I think he's just a freshman too.
He's got the ball now, and he got it back out to Zion Hawthorne. Hawthorne worked it back in to Drew Fitzwater. Fitzwater got it back out to Dillon. Wide open three, he missed. And that remained Oak Hill's ball. As Brett Conley was down there.
And here we go. I think Lucas Ramey's checking in for his first action.
Indeed he is.
We might have to get into the deep in the roster now, Lucas.
We may have
to get into the bench. Not doing the commentators any favors.
No, we're not. Armani Hicks brings it up for Oak Hill. Got it out to Brent Conley. Noah McClung. Armani Hicks. Takes the ball now, got it over to Antoine Hicks. As Conley just couldn't keep holding it for a second, got it out to McClung. Armani with the basketball now. Armani seeing what he can do. Brent Conley. Antoine to the lane. Tough shot. And Woodrow will come out with it. And Zion Hawthorne has it.
Ramey, quick three. Got it. Right off the bench, man. Lucas Ramey. He barely got his warm-up off before he hit that one.
Yeah. And it looks like Woodrow is going to make some more changes, and so will Oak Hill.
I think Elisha Jones getting his first varsity action. Jacob Perdue comes straight off after checking in for his first action. It looks like he's got an ankle that's bothering him a little bit. So we give Elisha Jones. A lot of kids you see play JV now getting some action for Oak Hill.
Armani Hicks and Noah McClung out to Antoine Hicks. Armani. Tough shot off the rim, no good. Rebound is brought back up by Carter Richardson.
Nice work underneath by Elisha Jones, crashing the boards. He's able to draw the foul on Fitzwater. It's going to be Fitzwater's third, and it's going to send Elisha Jones to the line looking for his first points of the evening.
First shot is up. It's off the front of the rim.
Lucas, and you have to wonder, we're in this stretch where the snow caused us some games. It's unusual to play these 3 and 4 games. You have to wonder sometimes if the legs are starting to go playing all these games in the same week now. That's what happens, though. You have to do that sometimes when the snow interferes with the schedule.
Our good friend John Smith, who's done some girls' games with me, he is the bookkeeper for Shady. He said they have a game. They played 2 at the Greenbrier. They had Sunday off for high school reasons. They've got a game every day this week.
Yeah, and that's you've seen a lot of that with local schools here recently. Noah McClung, boom, big
Buried.
guy.
70-39.
He's got 5 now.
Corner 3, no good. And they'll bring the rebound back down. It's Antoine Hicks.
Nice dish.
Nice dish, and McClung put it on the deck.
Oh, we're going to count that. It's going to be on Fitzwater. That looks like a continuation to me. I'm actually surprised they counted that.
Yeah,
but they did. That's going to give McClung 7 now. And that'll give Fitzwater his 4th foul by my count. Yeah, I was surprised they counted that. No, McClung's not complaining, though. He's going to finish
he'll
this
take that
3-point
every
play.
day. He'll try to finish it the old-fashioned way. And he does not.
Oak Hill has not looked good from the line tonight.
No. Braylon Mickey got the rebound, number 32 rather, for Beckley. And we've got
he lost his shoe. I didn't see that.
I didn't either.
He ran right out of his shoe. I hadn't even noticed that.
I don't know if that's impressive or not. I'm going to give it to him. That's impressive. What's impressive to me is I didn't even realize it.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, it was laying right in the middle of the court, and I missed it.
The things you see on a Thursday night in Oak Hill. A.J. Thomas has the ball now for Woodrow. Will he get on the score sheet tonight? As Purdue drives to the bucket, shots up, it's no good, and the rebound is fought for, blocked. Thomas.
They let a lot of contact go on that layup attempt by Ivan Purdue. I was shocked there wasn't a whistle on that.
I was too.
That was right in front of us. He got bodied up pretty good on that.
Amani Hicks will inbound. Got it in. Antoine Hicks from the foul line. In and out, no good. Purdue in there.
Purdue, yeah.
He got up. He went up and got it, and they'll fight for it. Woodrow will come down as Fitzwater.
Getting physical down there with the JV kids.
Yeah. And Oak Hill will push it out.
Nice look ahead for Purdue.
It's in.
He's got 5 now off the bench.
A.J. Thomas for Woodrow. Over 2. Javonte wins. Here's Braylon Mickey. And the Drew Fitzwater.
Big guy taking a 3, no good.
And they'll again fight for it, and looks like we'll have another jump ball.
Yeah, Conley, nice rebound, but he made the mistake of bringing the ball down, and guess who was all over it? A.J. Thomas. I mean, you're not going to bring the ball down in front of him. He's going to snatch it. Looks like Owen Gunter, big 6'7" kid, is checking in now for Beckley.
Number 42.
They got their twin towers in there.
Yeah, they do. Mickey.
Oh.
Well,
I would make the comparison between Akeem Olajuwon and Ralph Sampson, but I think I'd be showing my age. It might be a reference younger viewers might not appreciate.
well, I must admit, I can't say I've heard of Akeem Olajuwon, obviously, but I can't say I've heard the name of Ralph Sampson.
Oh man, Ralph Sampson. You got to go look him up, man.
I will.
He was a player at Virginia and been for the Rockets. He was tough.
That's my homework this week.
There you go.
Bringing it down is Lucas Ramey. And from this Lucas scenario, that was a nice rebound. Here's Braylon Mickey. Mickey tried to get it inside. That to Drew Fitzwater. Fitzwater put it back out. Couldn't see who lost that 3, but it's no good. And Armani Hicks will bring it down for Oak Hill. A pass up ahead to Antoine.
Woo!
What a block that
Man.
was.
A lot of contact. Good sportsmanship. He wanted to help him up. Antoine doesn't need anybody to help him up. He hops right up. He's a tough kid.
Javonte Wins came in there, and he just said no.
Yeah, a lot of contact under there, but he went straight to him and wanted to help him up. So good sportsmanship by Wins there after the tough foul.
First free throw is up. It is good.
As Antoine's got 4 points now off the bench. We might be calling Antoine's name next year, Lucas, on the football field a lot. Him and Levi Kiska may be battling it out for the quarterback position next year.
I do believe you might be right there. And we've got a whistle on the floor here. Can't quite see what that's for.
We're having a little reunion right here in front of Lucas.
Well, that's the beauty of high school sports. You see people you haven't seen in a while. That's the beauty
Brings
of it.
people together, even if it blocks your views. You're trying to call a game.
Yeah. Drew Fitzwater. Nice shot inside from Javonte Wins.
That was a nice take. Oh, Lane Smith threw that one away. He was looking for Purdue in the corner.
And that'll be Woodrow ball right in front of the members of the Oak Hill student section. Javonte Wins had it, got it inside. Tough shot. It's up.
That's the big guy, Gunter, 6'7" kid.
74-45. Shot is up. It's no good. Wins. And it's 76-45 now as Armani Hicks will bring it up. 20 seconds to go in the game. We'll see if Oak Hill wants to hold for the last shot here. Aiden Smith. Ivan Purdue. Armani Hicks, 5 seconds. Takes the three. Hit it! And that is how the game will end. 76-43. The Beckley Woodrow Wilson Flying Eagles continue their undefeated stretch in sectional play. They are now 5-0 in this section. They have one section game to play. And they do so in completing the season sweep of the Oak Hill Red Devils. Of course, there is always a chance in the section tournament they two see each other, but we'll get there when, if we get there. So, for our post-game thoughts, Chris, just wrap it up here real quick. It was a game that we can't be surprised how this happened.
No, I mean, the two keys that we mentioned in the pregame, Elijah Redford and Kobe Dillon, those were the kids that had their fingerprints all over it. Redford finished with 22. Dillon finished with 21. A lot of Dillon's 21 came off assist from Redford. So those were the two guys that Benitez Jackson mentioned to me in our phone conversation last night. And they just, everything that Benitez said came to fruition. They had trouble stopping Redford. They could not match up with him. And then they didn't do a good job of finding Dillon out on the three-point line. They needed to chase him off there. Weren't able to do it, and he made him pay. And then you saw A.J. Thomas, who really just stayed in the Malachi Lewis's shirt the whole game. Malachi finished with 13 points, but, man, he had to earn all 13 of those points, and they just weren't able to get a lot going.
So that will do it here for our coverage of this game that, it didn't go Oak Hill's way. Final score, Beckley Woodrow Wilson 76, Oak Hill High School 48. For Chris Rader, Darren McGuffin, and our cameraman Robert Pauly, this is Lucas Berry saying thank you so much for listening, and for watching, rather, until next time.